Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Season 6, Episode 5 of Locomotive Royale. This is the Season 5 episode of the Losers Bracket. We have all the lovable losers from the region Royales. And 5 lovable folks to represent them. See?
5 other lovable losers.
That's character development. I started the season calling you guys losers. Now you're lovable.
Actually, I'm gonna get my own little character development because I started the season winning in 2-foot, and now I get to end the season getting dunked on in standard gauge.
Yeah, I am your dispatcher, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. With me, I have my technical advisor, Tyler.
Hello.
In his happy place. And 5 engines, 5 folks. Let's get it started. I believe... Oh, right, we didn't do specific regions, although I can call out which region each engine was from if I had the proper document open, but I've only got one monitor, and you're seeing all of it. So, first and foremost, Brian.
Oh my god.
Alright, no character development there.
Royale, I was in with you.
Anyway, mission accomplished. Hello, I am Brian, aka the Starlight Alchemist. And somehow I managed to lose 2 season openers in a row, as I am once again back in the first slot of a losers bracket with Florida East Coast, now U.S. Sugar, 462 Pacific, number 148. Biofuel superiority.
Yeah, you know what isn't superiority? Painting everything in armor yellow. Come on, U.S. Sugar. What the hell?
It's not armor yellow.
It's armor
Stop
yellow,
getting it
and you
wrong.
cannot convince me otherwise.
It is not armor yellow, and I do not respect you.
It's
icy armor yellow is a
It's
generic
close
shade of
enough,
yellow.
and I don't want anything close enough. There are other better... Like, they could have painted it purple, I would have been happy. Anyway.
Okay.
Yellow is
But
armor
what
yellow.
other scheme could they have chosen
It
that
has
covers
gray.
both the FEC and the ACF?
I don't know, make one up that isn't Union Pacific. In the second position,
Not
Kaiser.
Union Pacific.
Speaking of.
Kaiser. It's Kaiser.
Kaiser. No, Horizon.
Oh, I have some stuff in the wrong order. Wait, what?
Amazing.
As always, that's tradition. Horizon?
Hello, I am back, and I have brought the Union Pacific and Oregon Short Line Mikado Special, which is just the USRA Light Mikado.
It's very special, though.
I'm sorry for putting you in that position, Horizon.
East finally
Hold
on. East finally responded. He also answered as a joke.
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
need
no.
to stop
Let's
doing that.
answer shit.
I had to drag somebody in here. Alright, is it, there we go. In the middle position, Hemlock, that's you.
Hi, I'm Hemlock. I do the I did a gender, so the pronouns are they them now. I'm here with something. I kind of joined at the last minute instead of doing my algebra homework, so I'm here representing check smudge note on hand, Alabama, Tennessee, and Northern 210 Decapod. You're too late. I'm doing this. I'm in on the bit now, East Rail. Yeah, listening, 401.
Israel joins. I'm in on the bit now. Leaves. Alright, now Kaiser for real.
Okay, well, technically I was supposed to be in this Royale twice, but I can't be in 2 places at once. I lost in AT&T and 401. But I lost harder in the Frisco 2001 class, or as we know it, Big Frisco Energy.
Big Frisco Energy.
Glad to see Big Frisco Energy. Finally.
Your mom.
Yeah, that's definitely who I'm getting at. Ford?
Hello. Oh, what?
Wait, who's last?
I am.
Blender.
I'm here again in the most beautiful of mallets and compounds that are tiny. Potlatch Lumber Company number 24.
Once upon a time, I wrote down the order of people, like, on a piece of paper so I knew who I was calling next. And then I went, I'm sure I'll remember. I should just write it down. Yeah.
Once upon a time, I was falling in love, but now I'm only falling apart.
I don't even know who these people are. How many times have we done this? Too many times. Right, Tyler?
Let me be free.
Don't worry, you got one more, and then we get the holiday break. This is Locomotive Royale. We pit 5 locomotives against one another. There are 4 rounds of statistics drawn from the Loco base, a wonderful thing curated by Stephen West at steamlocomotive.com. And then we have a round of style points, which follows judge's choice. Everybody has a veto. They can use it to kick out one stat that someone else has called. And may the best locomotive win, or the most medium locomotive win, arguably. Anyway, you're extraordinarily medium. Brian, what's your first stat call?
Actually, I think other than the tank engine, I might be the smallest here. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'll have. Just give me a second. The timer's going, right?
Oh yeah, I got up my timers.
Oh, that's gonna make this snappy, I hope.
Let's just go for an easy one, valve gear.
Valve gear.
Oh wait, do we all have wall shirts?
Let's find out. Going once. Going twice. Okay. Brian.
Wally.
Wally. Horizon. Yep.
Wally.
Hemlock.
Wally.
Kaiser.
Either he's gonna pull out Baker
Okay.
or Rowe.
Bender.
Wally World.
Okay. How
I
about
made a mistake.
Brian? Pick something else.
Okay,
Amazing.
let me look at this real quick. I am not in streaming and recording. Why can't I look at this?
Thoroughly mediocre.
There are no standouts here in the losers bracket.
You're built.
You're built. Going once. Going twice. Okay, you're built, Brian.
This might be a mistake, but it might not. 1920.
1920. Horizon.
Just 2 years older, 1918.
1918. Hemlock.
1928.
Okay.
Fuck.
Kaiser.
1910.
1910. Bender.
1926.
26. Okay.
Shit,
We've got
Okay.
the order in here.
I messed up.
Hemlock with the 5 points. Brilliant start.
Right.
Bender with 4.
That's fine.
Brian with 3. It's on stat. Horizon with 2. Kaiser with 1. Ouch.
I'm saving my veto for something which is not likely to be called.
Okay.
Oh, let's get it right. Kaiser with Kaiser.
Kaiser with Listen, I wasn't gonna. I made a Kaiser joke during the Minecraft stream and nobody got it, which was extraordinarily disappointing to me. But yeah,
What was extremely disappointing to you? I didn't hear.
nobody got the Kaiser joke. I made a joke about you killing someone so you could get 1 point.
Oh, yeah, I got that joke.
Okay, well you were yeah. I'm glad you got it. Nobody else did.
I didn't watch the Minecraft stream,
Scream.
but I would have got it.
The Minecraft scream.
Anyway, yeah, Brian, you
Sorry.
got a 3 on your own stat, but I did say you were the most medium here, so I think that vindicates me.
Does
Hey,
that
you
mean
guys
I'm-
look kind of old, but I was wrong.
Yeah, it's just because you're shiny. Anyway, Horizon, what's your first stat call?
Factor of adhesion.
Factor of adhesion, going once, going twice.
Veto.
Okay. Veto from Bender.
I want to ask what it was, but I know you won't answer.
I can answer.
no.
Don't worry.
I was afraid that someone was going to veto that. I was going to be very surprised if it made it all the way through. All right, Horizon, try something else.
Oh.
What was this vetoed?
Factor of
Uh,
adhesion.
Okay, good.
Your mom
Oh,
vetoed your
Evaporative
mom.
heating surface.
evaporative heating surface, going once, going twice. Evaporative heating surface, starting with Brian.
2111.
2111, Horizon.
7383. Or 37.
The 73. Hemlock.
Good question. 2343.
343, right in the middle for now. Kaiser.
I'm in danger.
5162.
Oh, Okay, not really a surprise.
Big
Bender?
Fresco energy.
1653.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
concerningly low for an engine that
Ooh.
I I had the odds on, I guess. Kaiser gets 5 points, Horizon gets 4, Hemlock gets 3, Brian gets 2, and Bender gets 1.
I'm not even sure what everybody is. Is the 2100s Mikados?
No, they're 2884s. They're 2884s.
No, the one that I'm going with the 18 or the Frisco 2001's a 2882.
Oh, sorry, 2882. My bad. I'm
Okay,
even looking
noted.
at it, and I said 4 instead of 2. I knew what I was trying to say. Yeah, Hemlock, it's your turn for a stat call.
Yeah, alright, we're doing ratio of driving wheelbase to overall engine wheelbase.
That's a good one
Veto.
for you. Going one. Oh, that was a veto from Brian.
Alright, you prick.
That would have been a
I'm
really
a
good one.
Pacific. What did you expect?
Yeah, I mean, that was a good play on both of your parts. Try something else. Bless you.
Next best thing, Ellis Temelia's weight computation.
All right, going once.
I'm in danger.
Going twice. Ellis Temelia's weight computation. We got the thing down here. This is the only stat not on the loco base. This is a comparison of weight of the engine versus weight on the drivers. How well you're using that weight.
It's definitely not 19,000.
Is this a legit stat? I don't know. I made it up.
Tear them up, turn them into roads.
Look,
Something
I made
about
a
your
bridge, and
delivery.
it took me, what, 10 seconds? I do
11
like how we
minutes.
started this Royale off by a perfect tie across everybody. Which I don't think has happened before, except for when Builder was called as a joke in the Baldwin Royale. Oh, my water's all the way over there. Alright.
I'm pretty sure it's happened at least once before with that same stat
Kaiser,
value.
you got an engine weight there?
Yeah, I'm or 40.
You have to press enter.
There it is. There it is. Okay, so the Decapod takes the lead here. Hemlock, you get 5 points with 0.89. Then Kaiser gets 4 points with 0.86. Bender 3 points with 0.85. Horizon 4 points with 0.76, and Brian in last with 0.62.
I mean, at least it's one less stat that I'll get a 1 on.
That is true. You used your veto appropriately.
I know that there's stats that I will get a 1 on, but I've removed at least 1.
Well, I bet Kaiser knows the stats that he can get a 5 on. Why don't you try out one now?
Let's see. Same as above, but substitute firebox area for grade area.
Interesting first call. Going once. Going twice. Certainly not what I would have done. But, Brian, same as above, but substitute firebox area for grade area. Let's see.
There's something nice I want to say in here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. 33696.
Horizon.
82,229.
Wow. Hemlock.
46,886.
Kaiser.
68,940.
Ooh, didn't quite pay off.
So
Bender.
we were so
3066.
Oh. Yeah, I definitely had the odds called wrong on this one. But
I think so.
Horizon takes the lead with 5 points. Or, well, not takes the lead, but receives 5 points anyway. Kaiser gets 4 in his own stat, not too bad. Hemlock gets 3, Brian gets 2, Bender gets 1.
You do generally want to get like 4s or 5s on your own stat.
Yeah, that's a good thing to aim for. Anyway, Bender, you're down a veto, but it's time for you to call your first stat.
Okay. Engine wheelbase.
Engine wheelbase, going once, going twice. This is anyone's game depending on how the stat sheet goes. Brian.
32.58.
Okay. Horizon.
36.10.
3610. Hemlock.
We're talking engine wheelbase, right?
It was engine wheelbase that was called.
I don't know why I called
28.25.
this.
I don't
Wow.
know. I must have called the wrong one.
Kaiser.
Yeah, I know
I'm not
exactly
thinking
what
right.
you were. I've made that exact mistake.
Don't worry.
56.83.
Ouch.
Ooh,
Bender?
Big
Yep, that is
Frisco
me.
energy.
Well, it's not a
I think
1.
I think you want a driver wheelbase.
No, well, maybe.
Maybe just a tad.
Or total,
Given that
or
you're
overall
a 266,
wheelbase.
given that you're a 2662, I'm guessing you wanted overall or driver.
Probably.
Overall, because, you know.
Because tank engine. Anyway, Hemlock gets a 5 here,
Tank
shortest
engines.
wheelbase. Brian gets 4. Horizon gets a 3. Bender gets a 2 as on stat. Ouch. And Kaiser gets a 1.
I think Hem's leading this.
The big Frisco energy rides again. But
Hem is absolutely leading this. There were 3 5s and 2 3s.
You know, I told them it doesn't matter if it's good. The thing behind the wheel is what's causing the ship to sink.
So you were calling me an idiot.
No, it's me.
I don't think I did this right. Okay, so we're at simple times down.
you should probably put it in a matrix.
No, you
I'm
actually do
talking
have
about the
21.
I'm talking about the Matrix. I don't think I did the Matrix right.
Okay. Well, you should definitely try putting that in a matrix. Anyway, let's look. We got some numbers here. In the lead, with a fairly commanding lead, as a matter of fact, is ATNN 401 with 21 points. Union Pacific, USRA Light Mikado is in
Mark
second
Special.
with no, it's not special. It's extraordinarily unspecial.
It's got the stack with 10 C's.
Yeah, well,
Hey, I got the stack over here.
there's like, I
He's got the
understand that
smoke.
the UP went on a lot of shady websites and bought a lot of shady pills, but I'm not gonna praise them for
No.
it. Anyway, the Union Pacific special thing is in second place with 16 points. Big Frisco Energy is in third place with 15 points. 148 is in fourth place with 12, and the Potlatch is trailing with 11. So, not what I had expected or certainly hoped for, but it's interesting to see the loner engine in first. So, let's go around again. Brian, what's your second stat call?
Let's see here. Driver wheelbase?
Driver wheelbase. Going once. Going twice.
Chuckles. I'm in danger.
Driver wheelbase, Brian.
That's my line, you fool. 1233.
I thought your line was...
Which I'm pretty sure is a 3.
Oh.
That's one of my lines. My
Uh,
lines are Gangsta's Paradise, you fool, I'll do you one better, and I'm in danger.
You don't get to call dibs on lines.
Is that your line? Anyway, so
If you fall
Brian
in-
was 12.33. Horizon,
16.8.
ouch. Hemlock,
19.67
That's-
because I'm all drivers.
yeah. Kaiser,
Wait, hold up. You said driver wheelbase.
driver
right?
wheelbase, yes.
Okay.
Please do it the weird way.
Live by the stat sheet. Oh, die by the stat sheet. Ooh.
Please do it the weird
Aw.
way. Please
Aw.
do it the weird way.
Bender.
It's not.
Oh my god.
Weird way. That's
Okay.
just a dumb way.
We have a die by the stat sheet immediately followed by a live by the stat sheet. Okay, so the winner is Brian. Obviously, smallest number here, tightest radii curves, etc. Bender
Titus.
gets 4 points. Horizon gets 3. Hemlock gets 2. Kaiser gets 1.
In typical Kaiser fashion, I do believe.
Typical
Hey, at
fashion.
least I'm not losing right now.
Hey,
Don't
Thank
say
you.
that. It
On the
could
bright
always get
side-
worse.
On the bright side, even if you go down with big Frisco energy. Who could be upset
Yeah.
with that? Anyway,
Kaiser can be upset.
Kaiser,
with that.
Kaiser smash. Please just don't take it out on Belgium again. Someone was supposed to get
I
a
won't
2
go-
and didn't give themselves a 2.
Was it me? Was I?
Was
the
it
two?
you?
Thing? Because I know
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. No, sorry, I'm stupid.
It's okay, go back to your math. I'm sure the numbers will help you there.
No, they won't.
Horizon?
Quick switch, east.
What's that to call? That's kind of small. That's a tank. That's relatively small.
Teeny weeny
That's
weeny.
what she said.
And that's kind of small.
He said that's a tank?
Yes.
Tonks.
Tom.
Bought.
You know what? High pressure cylinder.
High pressure cylinders. Going once. Going twice. High pressure cylinders. Let's see them. Diameter, stroke, and number. Although everyone here, I'm pretty sure, just has 2 high pressure cylinders. Even you, Potlatch Lumber Company.
It's okay. I don't need to be shamed. I do that normally.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh boy.
I mean,
That's like 2-foot size.
yeah, that's good.
it's a small
Have
mallet
you
built
looked
by
at a
Baldwin.
two-foot Locomotive? No, that is not 2-foot size.
No, that is
They're
two.
pretty reasonable.
No, they're not. They're nowhere close to what you'd be getting on a 2-foot locomotive.
Okay, maybe that was a bit generous. 3-foot?
Looks at 10 by 7 cylinders.
I
Anyway,
mean,
Horizon with a pair of 30 by 26, or sorry, 26 by 30s wins the day here. Followed by Kaiser with a pair of 24.5 by 30s. Hemlock with a pair of 24 by 28s. Brian with a pair of 22 by 26s. And finally Bender with a pair of 17 by 24s.
this means I have to choose another stat.
You do need to choose another stat.
Yeah, I know. That's not bad, actually. Tubes.
Tubes. Going once. Going twice. Okay, tubes. Brian?
146 2-inch.
146 2-inch tubes. Pretty good, actually. Horizon?
216, 2 1/4.
Ooh, that's plenty of tubes, but not the right size. Hemlock?
167, 2.25. I thought 2.5 was the one that most people would have.
It's so much of a toss-up. I feel like
Yeah,
this stat
it's-
is so new, I don't even know where things are going to land.
Yeah. I
Kaiser?
thought the baseline was like 0.5, so I'm taking my L on this.
324 2 1/4.
And better?
124 2-inch.
Oh, okay.
I won.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go.
Consider returning the favor for round 1.
So
Thank you.
Brian gets 5 points out of that with the highest number of the smallest tubes. Bender gets 4 points with the second highest number of the smallest tubes. And then it's down to the people with 2 1/4 inch, starting with Kaiser with 3 points, Horizon with 2 points, and Hemlock with 1 point on their own stat. Now that's
You didn't deserve 1 point, but thank you.
now that's a
anyways.
lot of
Yeah,
damage.
No, that's a return to form, honestly. I was waiting for this.
Big ouch.
Well, you were in the lead previously. Anyway, Kaiser, what about you?
No, that's how these always go. I'm in the lead until about halfway through when everything starts falling apart.
Let's see here.
Yeah, you have a lot of pipes.
No.
Wait till the kids in the Chevy see these pipes.
Hey,
let's see.
Pipes.
check out the pipes on her, hey.
Why did I just get an email about life insurance?
Blue/tube link.
Flue and tube length. Going once. Going twice. Flue and tube length. How about it, Brian?
I'm just gonna verify if this is correct. Yeah, that's the right stat. 18.5.
18.5. Not bad. Horizon.
19.
19.
Way to be those guys, UP.
Hemlock.
17.
Okay. Kaiser.
24.
24.
You know what's funnier than 24?
17.
Not much.
So Kaiser gets 5 points out of that. That should surprise nobody. Horizon gets 4 points. Brian gets 3 points, and Hemlock and Bender split 2. So
Brothers?
neither of you are Mikados.
I know, but
Tying on a singular stat, I don't think turns you into new Mikado brothers. And I'm just gonna say that bar's a little low there. Perhaps.
I was making a joke, but it's
I
the
know.
ghost Mikado
Yeah, but
brothers.
shame on you. How dare you? Bender, stat call.
All right. Minimum weight of rail.
Oh, that's a good one. Going once. Going twice. Minimum weight of rail. Brian?
Way past 70.
Oh, we're doing this again. Horizon?
92.
Hemlock?
63.
3. Kaiser?
Got a feeling.
75.
75. And Bender?
54.
54.
Tyler, why do you have so many memes about pipe gondolas?
Excuse
Is it Peyton? I'm assuming it's Peyton.
Bite.
But that's cringe.
Do you have a reposting license for this, mate?
Anyway, Potlatch Lumber Company gets 5 points here. Definitely the least weight and the most distribution of that weight. Hemlock, you get 4 points, 3 points for Brian, 2 points for Kaiser, 1 point for Horizon. And that brings us to the end of round 2. Tally your points. And we'll see where we stand. Previously, ATN 401 was leading. The definitely not a Russian decapod.
Yeah. Previously, 1401 was leading. Now 1401 is definitely losing.
It's
Well, not
401.
losing, but definitely not leading.
4501?
Whatever.
It's definitely 4501. We'll be seeing 4501 next week in the Royale of Royales of Royales. That's going to be interesting. I'd like to see how the...
I am tied with Big Frisco Energy. I didn't
okay.
have a 1 this
That-
round, which is cool.
Seems to
Okay,
be-
apparently not. Apparently I have managed to hold on.
Well, that seems reasonable. ATN 401 is still in the lead with 33 points. The gaps have narrowed a little bit. Big Frisco Energy is tied with 148 for second. Oh, sorry, no, that's right. The Union Pacific slipped in there. They're in second place, 31 points. Then comes Big Frisco Energy in 148 with 30 points apiece. And finally, Potlatch Lumber 24 with 27 points. This is a much tighter spread than it was last time, or at least it feels that way. I hope we can keep this up because nobody doesn't like a competitive race. Brian, what's your third stat call?
Gonna take a little bit of a risk here, Flues.
Flues going once.
Veto.
Oh, there's the veto from Kaiser. Alright,
Sounds like
try
a
something else.
clue.
Do I take this other risk?
I can give you a hint.
Yeah, there is at least one thing that's not too risky.
And there's one thing that I know you can win on. 2 things, actually.
Wait on drivers.
That's one of them.
Going once. Going twice. Let's hear weight on drivers.
Here's a hint. He wins and I come second.
Do you though?
Yeah, this was kind of given away.
126,
Yeah.
500. Horizon.
221, 500.
Hemlock.
190,000 even.
Okay. Kaiser.
360,000.
Not a surprise there. Bender.
193,000 even.
Ooh.
I may or may not have just snipped the screen while we were doing Alice Timonius weight computation.
Fair enough.
You're smart.
Wow.
That is
That's
indeed clever.
Hey, I should write that down.
Brian, you get 5 points. Hamlock gets 4 points. Bender gets 3. Horizon gets 2. And Kaiser gets 1. So, lightest to heaviest. There we go. Well, on drivers anyway. Horizon. Stat call.
Going off of that, that would be
It's
more
interesting as similar to Vengeance. I'm enjoying these loser brackets, if for no other reason that we get an organization of engines that we'd never see otherwise. Although I think
You know
this is
what?
the first one that's been all standard gauge.
Let's take this tender water capacity.
Tender water capacity. Going once. Going twice. Tender water capacity. Brian? How much sugar water could you fit in that thing?
Way past 73,000.
Okay. Wait, 70... that's not 73,000, buddy.
That's 7,300.
7,300. Sorry, I got confused. I was looking at the number and I thought 1,000 and 100 at the same time.
1,100.
7,300. Horizon?
Thunder.
10K.
10k even, not bad. Hemlock?
7,000 even.
Ooh. Kaiser?
Ooh.
8,000 even.
Okay.
Ooh.
And you go through that water in 2 seconds. Bender?
In the event of fire, please connect hose.
Oh no.
Well, I'll take my 2.
Let's hope you're never too far from a
3.
water tank there, man. Alright, Horizon, that's 5 points for you. That was a good call. Kaiser, 4 points. Brian, 3 points. Hemlock, 2 points. Bender, 1 point.
So hey, gang. I may or may not have taken a gander at a couple of builders' plates.
That's
Oh, boy.
that is
no.
allowed.
Who built you?
Going once. Going twice. Okay, Builder. Brian?
It says there were multiple different divisions of the same locomotive builder, but I'm just gonna chalk it all up to the same one.
It's Alco.
Alco.
Can I have your Alco?
Multiple Alco shops, but just Alco.
Horizon?
Alco Schconnect.
Another Alco. Hemlock?
What? No. Why did that put...
Mistakes were made.
No. Hold on. It's fine. It's Baldwin. We
Schneck.
all know it's Baldwin.
This too is a Baldwin.
Baldwin.
Baldwins.
Yes. Perfect.
Kaiser?
Alco.
Another one. And Bender.
This is like the only Baldwin rod locomotive on the entire railroad.
Heck yeah.
So that's 2 Baldwins. That's 5 points for Hemlock, 5 points for Bender, and 3 points to everybody else. What were the multiple builders for Brian?
It says this was the only one of FEC's Alco Pacifics that wasn't just built by Schenectady. It was built by multiple of Alco's work. Schenectady was one of them, I believe.
Oh,
But
it doesn't
was also
say which
built
one
by a couple of
specifically.
others. It just says Alco. It just says Alco Multiple Works.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant.
I was curious which ones.
Let me just look. Does it say?
You don't need to go digging for it too much. Anyway, Kaiser.
Let's see here. I have my atomic bomb, which I'm gonna try not to use
Don't
until
let them
somebody.
know.
You think I didn't already?
Yeah, we both know. We both know.
Firebox
it's
area.
Why do you think we've both
Firebox
been sitting on
area going once. Going twice.
Eh.
Firebox area? Brian.
Give me a second. I was too busy looking for the other Alco work, which turns out was Alco Richmond.
Okay.
160.
160. Horizon.
345 and a half.
Okay. Hemlock.
197.
Kaiser?
Well, shit.
344.7?
That was
No! No!
Way to be those guys, UP. Again.
I'll say.
Bender?
This is why we don't buy Baldwins.
Oh no.
No!
So that's by
Boy.
literally less than 1.
I like
Horizon
this.
gets 5 points. Kaiser gets 4. Hemlock gets 3. Brian gets 2. Bender gets 1.
Oh, I put that.
Which
the
makes
wrong
me
round.
wonder what makes his evaporative heating surface so big.
It's
I
big
wonder.
numbers. It's bigger on
Yeah.
the inside.
Probably.
The massive, what?
It's just the
40,
Mini
50
Cooper of
long.
boilers.
Yeah.
Hey, Bender.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
never mind. I'm not gonna. I was confused for a moment. Nah. No, I'm not gonna say
It's
it.
your stat.
It is Bender's
Well, I
stat.
know that.
Well, yeah, I was gonna tell him something, and then I realized that would be a bad thing to say.
Oh, go ahead, say it.
Go ahead.
You really
All yours.
don't want me to.
Oh boy.
I really do.
He thought that it would be a good stat, but
I
it wasn't. That's what he's
insist
trying to
you
say.
do not want me to.
All right, fine. We'll go with overall wheelbase. Fuck you
Overall
all.
wheelbase going once. Going twice. Okay.
Somebody veto it.
No.
It's War of Worlds.
Brian?
60.17.
61.7. Horizon? Uh-oh.
71.38.
Hemlock?
65.9.
60.59. Kaiser?
85.52.
Yeesh.
Oh, that's a 4.
Bender?
Cute little tanky engine.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Nice one.
God.
There it is. Bender gets 5 points.
one.
Shortest engine here. Brian gets 4 points by a nose. Hemlock gets 3. Horizon gets 2. Kaiser gets 1.
Good round for the UP.
Disgusting.
Yeah, don't like it. Not feeling too good about that score.
Although
He's sticking
two
close.
fives
He's
for
got the knife
Bender.
right to your wheels.
Actually, 3 5s.
Well, I meant just in the last round.
I know.
It's shocking how close this is.
Yeah. Let's see. Is everybody... Yeah, there we
There
go.
is less than 10 points between first and last right now.
Yeah, it's only 8 points between the 50 points of ATN 401 and the 42 of Potlatch Lumber. But let's talk about the people in between. So, 401 is in the lead. The Union Pacific is in second with 48 points. 148 is in third with 47 points. Big Frisco Energy is in fourth with 43 points. And finally, Potlatch Lumber is in last with 24, but still well within catching up distance, especially if cards are played right in style points, if things remain this close. So, Brian, final stat call. What are you going to do with this? There is definitely something you have a leg up on.
Driver diameter.
Driver diameter going once, going twice. Driver diameter. That's the one. Brian?
So close to greatness. So close. 68 inches.
They look bigger than that, too. Horizon?
Proportion.
63.
Hemlock?
56.
Kaiser?
Aha!
Uh-oh.
57.
Way to be those guys for
Big
That's
enough.
twice.
It's
Twice in a row.
It's big enough Frisco Energy.
Twice in a row.
Bender?
44 is a pretty cool number, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
Nin-
good enough to
46,
get you 8
1944,
points.
like, yeah.
4460 is a cool number.
Oh man, it almost goes straight down the line. Brian gets 5 points, Horizon gets 4, Kaiser gets 3, Hemlock gets 2, and Bender gets 1. So let's look at that. Horizon, it's your last stat call. What are you bringing to the table?
Superheating surface.
Superheating surface.
Oh
Going
no.
once.
You know,
Going,
superheating.
going twice. Brian, superheating surface. If any.
Mopar 440.
Horizon.
882.
Is that all contained in your stack?
Possibly.
Hemlock?
553. I guess that's where all my tube and flue length. That's where all my tubes went.
Yeah.
It's all my evaporative heating surfaces. It's in the superheater.
Kaiser?
Actually, wait a minute. Let me check real quick.
Uh-oh.
We live by the stat sheet. We die by the stat sheet.
You said superheating surface, right?
Yes.
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 Mm-hmm.
None.
Okay.
There it is.
Just very quietly,
It was
none.
getting. It was getting kind of suspenseful there.
It's getting long.
Bender,
getting hard to
358.
breathe.
Okay, so
Yep.
that's it. Horizon, 5 points. Not a huge surprise. Hemlock, 4 points. With the Deca Deca. Well, it's not the Deca Deca Pod Pod. I was going to say Deca Deca Pod Pod just for a joke, but we already. That's something else. Brian gets 3 points. Bender gets 2 points. Kaiser gets 1.
I needed my customary 1 point for this round.
Yeah, have you not? Oh, no, you've gotten other ones. It would have been amazing if this was the first one you ended up with.
Yeah. And that leaves me in an interesting position because I don't know what I can call it.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, me either.
Looking at your engine, clock's going down. What?
I gotta give points to somebody here, and it's a question of who I want to give points to.
Hello, yes, me.
The Kaiser would like your donations. We need them for the war
Okay,
effort.
but nothing I could give you points on would benefit me over other people, like the UP threat.
Weyerhaeuser was a cool company.
Number
This was a cool
number of
company.
driving wheels.
Can I call that? Is that a stat?
No, it's not.
I'm
Yeah.
sending Christmas
Maybe.
presents to communities that are poor communities in the southern states. I think I'm a good engine.
Okay.
No.
You're also
I'm
giving tons of people diabetes.
Oh.
All right, time's almost up.
Tender loaded weight.
Tender loaded weight going once,
Mm.
going twice.
What? Why have you done this?
Because I'm taking a gamble.
Bender doesn't have a tender.
Yeah, I know. But he's in dead last. And I
Anyway,
think I have the smallest tender. So,
Brian, go ahead.
You could be wrong about that, but I don't know. 162,000.
Horizon,
2088, 300.
Hemlock,
Brian, I don't think I am. 137,500.
Kaiser.
Wow.
149, 600.
Ah, you were my
What?
only hope because your tender looks so
What?
small. Bender. 0 tank engines.
And that kid is called
Just
playing. That kid is called playing to win.
Anyway,
Some may
there's
say oil.
5 points for the AT&N, 4 points for
Wow,
the.
I
Sorry,
forgot Tyler
my
was
bad.
here.
No, not 5 points for the AT&N. 5 points for Potlatch Lumber, who has a 0 tender weight because they're a tank engine. Hemlock gets 4 points. Kaiser gets 3 points. Brian gets 2 points. Horizon gets 1.
I wasn't expecting to get a 2 there, because even my original because even my rebuilt oil fire tender, it's not that big.
And that kid's is called taking a calculated risk.
See,
Mhm.
Brian, oil is dense. You were
I
always an
know
oil
that.
burner.
You are thick.
For, I guess, maybe Blue Comet years, but still.
Anyway, Kaiser, Big Frisco Energy.
Oh, let's see if this goes through. Evaporative heating surface divided by cylinder volume.
That is a veto.
All right, there's one veto.
Thank
off the
you very
board.
much.
It
Kaiser,
was
Low pressure
atrocious.
cylinders.
low pressure cylinders.
And that's also veto.
All right, there's another veto off
Good,
the
let's
board.
get that out
Kaiser,
of the way.
Kaiser, do you
No,
have
yeah.
another
Let's
one?
see.
What was that?
I said, let's see.
Okay.
plenty of things you could probably win on.
Mm-hmm.
I could think of one.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's probably
not
a
as
good
much of
one.
a nuclear bomb, but it's definitely a winner.
I'd say so.
Mhm.
So someone came by my house to try to sell me solar panels earlier, and I agreed to have them check it out. And they also expressed interest in Lafayette, so they might end up buying a puppy from Shelby.
Oh no.
So
That's
this is a great outcome.
I'm this is best
This is the
Ooh.
best trade deal in the
businessman
history of trade
doing
deals.
business.
Oh.
That's the quote I was looking
I'm
for.
gonna go with Power MT.
Okay.
Power MT,
Mm.
Tyler's favorite. Going once, going twice.
Yay. Math.
Power MT.
Mm,
Brian,
Power MT.
640.58.
640.58 Horizon.
Hanger 609.77.
Close. Hemlock.
61352. I will take that.
1352.
Hanger again.
I
Kaiser.
realize now. I realize now how these failed in mainline service.
Uh-oh. Oh my god!
Oh my god. Perfection.
I don't know why I thought that was a good one anyway.
Power stat. You had no hope of hell of winning.
Oh god. Okay, Bender?
Oh my.
It's not like I do much better myself.
I mean, you have an
Well,
excuse.
hold on a minute, hold on a minute.
Okay.
I did not just get a 4 in that.
I'm picturing
Okay.
I'm picturing a large
Happening.
I'm picturing a large 2882 impacting the ground at high speed. Just
Hey kids. Hey kids. Fun fact. The SAR NG-18, a 2-foot gauge Mikado, has a Power MT in the 800s beating all of these.
Of course.
Anyway,
Super.
Brian gets 5 points. Hemlock gets 4 points. Horizon gets 3 points. Bender gets 2 points. And Kaiser gets 1. Ouch.
That's a
You know what
big
happened to
thing.
the big Frisco Energy after it was retired?
They used it to switch iron ore trains in Birmingham.
No.
Well,
You know what they actually did? Is they sold it to the Soviets, who used it as a test bed for the AA-20 launch
yeah,
system.
that's
You
exactly.
know, Bender, axle loading wouldn't be a bad call here if you have it.
Yes.
If I had it, that's why we're gonna go with total engine and tender weight.
Total engine and tender weight going once, going twice. Brian, total engine and tender weight.
Just going to check if this is the right stat and I'm not putting down the wrong one.
Oops, I just clicked on.
Yes, that is 366,000.
How do I? 367. How do I delete
479, 100.
479 100
350, 500.
Ooh,
500?
darn.
Kaiser.
Give me my 1.
Oh,
Oh! Big
Bender.
Frisco Energy.
226.
226. Okay, so that was a good call. 226. That's 5 points to Potlatch 24. 4 points to 401. Oops. 3 points to 148. 2 points to the MK Special. And 1 point to Big Frisco Energy. And that rounds out the stats. Everyone tally your points up. And we'll see where we stand.
Alright, I have to tally my points up.
Tyler, we had a pretty good spread of stuff called.
Yeah. Which.
I need to see.
Kaiser and Bender have not had good rounds.
I need to see where things stand. Yeah, so
Nice.
much for it being really tight at the end here.
Nice.
Across the board.
Okay,
AT&T
can I just say,
401. Go ahead.
when making your decision, remember, I know nothing about this locomotive besides it survived, and also FEC 148 is going to be rolling in style points more than anybody else.
Other than maybe the Mark Special, because that also survives and is good.
I
you're forgetting
But
about
still,
108
smug-
over here.
Right, that as well.
I think we
Yeah.
just need to give points to Big Frisco Energy. Anyway, ATN 401 is in the lead with 69 nice points. Then we have 148 in second place with 65 points. The Union Pacific USRA Mikado in third place with 63 points. Potlatch Lumber 24 in fourth place with 57 points. And Big Frisco Energy having fallen to last after a particularly difficult round and 52 points. So, hey Tyler,
Yes.
there is something we could call that would definitely level the playing field by a lot.
Uh-oh.
Please call factor of adhesion. Please call factor of adhesion.
Please not Slytherin. Please not Slytherin.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying we should do it, but I'm just saying we could call low pressure cylinders. And that would give points only to the
Why?
people in last.
Only to the one person in last.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to call what I thought you were
Yeah,
going to
Hey,
call.
and Potlatch
What
also
you thought
have-
you're going to call is evaporative heating surface divided by cylinder volume.
Oh, that would be
No,
even more
that is
devastating.
bad, but it's not
Do
what
not
I was
call that
hoping they
voice.
wouldn't call.
Man,
You see,
Slytherin, not Slytherin.
what you thinking, Tyler?
the other option I had was absolute chaos.
Which is what?
Oh, no.
Local base ID.
Yeah, see, that
No!
also crossed my mind.
All right.
No,
All
No!
right, that works.
begging you.
No, please no.
No.
Give you
No.
money.
I'll give
Let's
you-
do this.
I will suck Ed Dickens' back head on camera if
Jesus.
you don't call that.
Oh God.
That's a callback to the
Tyler.
podcast anyway. So.
Tyler, we could always do just tractive effort. That would
Effective effort is boring, but it would work in this situation.
It
so.
would-
Go with chaos. Go with chaos.
on the one hand, I do love chaos, but on the other hand, I feel like the way this Royale has been going, I don't think, Tyler, I need to induce more chaos. While I do believe proceedings have gone smoothly, I think there's a very good chance of some runaway engines here, and this would further both of the causes of giving the AT&N more points to defend against FEC 148, and giving Big Frisco Energy some points to just bring it a little bit more into parity. That said, I don't know. Tyler, are you really just sold on the chaos? We could always do like numbering class also.
No,
Oh,
number in
no,
class
no.
B, too bad. I guess we will sit with tractive effort.
Okay, yeah, let's hear
It
tractive
seems
effort.
like
Because that's something I actually,
Organic,
it wasn't called, it wasn't vetoed. It's just something we haven't talked about, and I think it's a really important stat that usually gets called. Kaiser, Kaiser, I think, is going to have the edge here, which is why this is a good call for that sake. But Brian, what about you? What have you got?
28,000 plus pi times 10 to the power of
Okay,
2.
that you don't need to do that. 28K and change. Horizon. 50.
54,724.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Horizon. All right. Hemlock.
Hello? Is everybody there?
hello.
My internet didn't die again,
No,
did it?
no, you're
Upgrade.
still here. Hemlock searching for the attractive effort.
He's just doing a look.
The dog wants to get on the couch and is whining at me.
Yeah, I'm dead.
48,960. Well,
Rest in peace, me.
that sort of had the intended effect. Kaiser.
Did
70.
you really
18.
expect me to have more attractive effort than the UP boy? Really?
Yes.
Why?
Anyway, Bender.
37,545.
7545. Okay. So, Kaiser gets 5 points there. That really shouldn't surprise anybody. Ouch, Bender. That just registered. Alright, well. Horizon gets 4 points. Hemlock gets 3. Bender gets 2. and Brian gets 1. That is an order that I don't think we've seen and will not see again. So, we'll go from the last, which means Big Frisco Energy gets to call the first style point. Kaiser?
My depth charge.
Yeah, you do have by far the most air reservoir capacity. Possibly more than everyone else here. So, nobody else really has standout air reservoir capacity, so I don't feel like it's,
One
you have.
second, I need to pull up pictures of the engine so I can look for style point things.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Yeah, so just take that
Yeah.
point.
Wait, what?
I mean,
Are
I
those
kind of
single
do.
or cross? I can't tell. It's too small.
Okay, let's see.
Bender,
Those are single.
Yes.
your turn for a style point.
Let's throw it out there right now to begin with. I have this cool thing called a spark arrestor.
Do you now?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
Oh
built
my
for fire.
lord.
Look at
Bold
that.
win.
Oh.
The cabbage. The cabbage spark arrestor. Does anybody else have a spark arrestor?
I'm trying to remember whether or not I had one with coal fire, but I don't think I did, so I'll say no.
What is there to catch on fire in Florida?
Lots of things.
The gators?
The Gators.
Yeah.
Oh, the gators.
You don't
Palm
want
trees.
flaming
You know what?
gators. That just makes them
Palm
angrier.
tree,
You know what? You're right. Absolutely.
And
flaming gators,
We're
palm trees,
bringing them back
Florida
to their
men.
hellish roots.
before
Florida
Horizon says
men covered
anything,
in gasoline.
having a stack wide enough that the sparks get lost on their way out does not count as a style point.
Oh.
Or it doesn't count as a spark arrestor anyway.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's the
the
point for
mechanism
Bender.
could.
How about Brian? What about you? What do you got? Some low-hanging fruit here.
Let's see. Multi-fuel, 2 different kinds of oil and coal.
Yeah, it's a stat. Has anybody else changed fuels throughout their service
Yeah.
lives?
I was converted to oil at some point. I'm pretty sure. I think
I-
so. I think it runs in oil at the
I
thing now, don't it?
don't know.
Yeah.
All
Just
right.
converted to oil.
People that have been converted, you can take a point for that. Kaiser, was yours at any point converted to burn like pure Frisco energy or something? Just
Probably not, since it ended up working in Birmingham. Well, no, it was probably converted to burn coke.
Hey guys,
go ahead.
I found a picture of what appears to be the Baldwin Locomotive Works card listing all of the dimensions and things about my locomotive. Apparently, I had 2-inch tubes this whole time.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Maybe
Oh,
forward
well.
that along to Stephen West.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I found out
Great,
that my
Matt.
locomotive was converted to fire on coke because there was a lot of it in Birmingham.
Was it really?
Like cocaine.
Yeah, coke.
That's
No, coal coke.
That's, it. Yeah, no, it's 148 that burns the other kind of coke.
Welcome to Florida.
I
My turn.
guess that's. Do you think that's worth a full point or a half, Tyler? Being converted?
Half a point.
Yeah, because it's not. I wouldn't assume it's a particularly major conversion.
It isn't really.
So
Okay.
it's a half a point. or
Yeah,
no
take a
point?
half a point for that. Okay, Horizon. What about you?
Trains model.
You do have a trains model. Does anybody else have a trains model,
No.
or
Can't say I do.
a model in any major simulator?
Nope.
Do we count the Ben Neal model?
Is there a Ben Neal model of 148?
It's not of that specific locomotive.
Oh,
I
It's
wasn't
of the
sure if this
general.
was like a stock Baldwin. I wasn't sure if this was those were both like stock Baldwins, or if 401 was, meaningfully different from the one that Ben Neal modeled. Again,
Hang
I
on.
found out about this locomotive exactly an hour ago. Nothing about it.
yeah. Well, if you've got a trains model, a proper trains model, give yourself a point. Anyway, Hemlock, what about you?
Which is probably why nobody likes coming to these, because it's like, well, this locomotive I do not know and do not care about.
Yep. Well, don't
I don't
worry.
know.
This is the penultimate. Your engines are chosen for you, Royale. So,
Can I give help to him?
I
I have doors.
yeah, you got doors.
That's true.
Yeah, so I was
So do
waiting for
I.
that one. Tyler, I'll let you give help. I'll let you give a one article of assistance to someone when they fold. If somebody willingly folds, then you can get a point of help from you if you can pick out anything. So I'm seeing doors on 148, not on the UP thing, on
I
401, on Big
I
Frisco
know I
Energy.
have.
You don't?
Yeah, I know I have worse.
Oh, you do.
I
Okay.
do, but it's only on one side.
All right, half a point. And on Potlatch 24. So that's a point for everyone except for the Union Pacific, and half a point to Kaiser. The big Frisco Energy is really turning out to be more like medium Frisco Energy with all these half a points. Anyway, Kaiser.
Well, let's see. Hmm. I don't really know. Let me look, or let me find a good picture of this locomotive so I can actually.
Of which there are not particularly many.
No, there aren't very many good pictures of this locomotive. Is the thing.
There are no Europeans here to beat up on by saying you have a headlight and stuff.
Hmm. Hmm.
Boo.
Actually, looking at it, when in Birmingham,
Uh-oh.
switching iron ore trains, this locomotive did not have a headlight.
That's
It only had a tender backup light.
I think that would be the opposite of a
yeah, that
style
doesn't
point.
help you particularly
Yeah.
much. But I mean, you could get a point for the backup light, I guess.
The backup light then.
Does everyone else
So
have
do
a
I.
backup light?
Also a backup light, and so does Potlatch, and I think so does the UP thing.
Yeah, all right. Never
He
mind.
does.
Never mind. That's a wash. We'll come around to you again. Bender,
Paint.
paint. I mean, you got some
Yay.
nice striping on there.
Out of curiosity, is the U.S. sugar logo with the like sugar cane thing and the "We Raise Cane" slogan count as a pain point or no?
Well, what are we defining as paint here?
I mean,
I'm
Because-
just saying this thing left
Interesting
bulb when it's green.
liveries.
oh no.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's,
oh, yeah,
it's
it's
green,
all-
and then
I thought
Bender,
that
get
was
what
the
it looks
blue
like
one.
now, please.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
What a
Yes,
white
yes, please.
Potlatch,
Hold on.
Potlatch boy survive.
Yes, it's Black Hill
Remember,
Central 108.
it is the thing.
It is in
It's
fact
the blue
thing.
boy.
It's the
Hold
good
on.
thing.
It's the
We
big
like this
blue.
thing.
It's the blue
It's
whale.
be
Yeah, the
blue.
fact this thing has
Blue.
the fact that this thing has definitely been green, black, and blue puts it far away in terms of pain points above everybody else, in my opinion.
Wait,
I re-
is this one of the Black Hill Central locomotives?
Yes.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
108.
Oh.
It's like the only other surviving locomotive that ran here.
Oh, well, duh. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, so definitely you get a point for that. You get a solo point for that.
I spent this whole Royale not realizing.
That's okay. That also happened to everybody else last time.
It was a massive bombshell.
Yeah. And on that bombshell. Okay, so
There's a bottom gear.
Brian.
Did we ever determine whether or not my tender logo was a point first?
I don't think it is on its own. Try something else.
It's not.
Alright then. Operating currently.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think
Yep.
anyone else is doing that.
No,
Other than
Well, actually-
Bender.
Is 108 running right now?
Yeah.
I was restored recently. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you get a point for that too. Okay. So, Mr. Union Pacific,
Nicholson thermic siphon.
is that what causes the big stack?
No,
I-
no. Thermic siphons are in the firebox.
Okay, I still don't
fun.
understand the big stack thing. I'm
That's
sure
the
we'll get to
Sweeney
that
stack.
later.
That's-
But does anybody else have thermic siphons?
Let me look.
This is the part
Good
where most people
question.
go, I don't know, and Tyler goes, I know.
Nope.
I've
This
got a
is the
6 foot
part-
long.
Well, I
Thank-
would
Thank you, Loco, for this
assume
description.
I would assume that the engine that doesn't even have a superheater does not have thermic siphon.
That's probably a fair assessment.
I have no idea.
You see, I would assume that basically nobody except the MK Special would, because the MK Special is a USRA derivative, and so it's designed with most of the modern technology.
Mhm.
It has the modern front bits, whereas everything else is just kind of like, eh.
I just noticed the tiny Santa hats on the 148's markers.
Oh, you didn't notice that?
No, I hadn't taken a closer look at it before. I was like, oh, it's got a wreath. Hey, wait a minute. All
Oh,
right,
it's kind of cute.
it is really cute. All right, so yeah, take a point for your thermic siphons, Horizon. Hemlock,
I have a nameplate.
you have a nameplate.
What?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Lindbergh.
so you do.
Oh yeah, the Lindbergh.
Remember, this
Yep.
was the fun point that I had to fish out last time.
Does anybody else have a nameplate?
Technically, yes.
No.
What is your
Blue
technical?
Comet.
Oh God.
No.
I don't, because this thing was
don't-
never that
You know-
special.
No.
You
I
know,
don't think that.
I just like
It's the same kind of situation.
I like CN conditions.
No,
here.
it's not, because
Not
that was
for-
just added in preservation for a bit, whereas the Lindbergh was in service. That's
It's
actually
like
the
a
name for
short
service.
stint in preservation, whereas this thing is where these things, all of them, not just the one, have carried them both in service and in preservation for a significant
what?
period of time.
What? All of them were named?
No,
That-
not all of
it's-
them were named. All of them had the Lindbergh nameplate.
The Lindbergh is not the name of the locomotive; it is the name of the service. It was the fast freight service of the AT&N, and hence any of the locomotives that were regularly assigned to it would carry that embossed plate. Which is
At
okay,
best-
yeah,
impossible.
that is a super special. I'm gonna give that a point absolutely because
At
having-
best, the Blue Comet is worth half a point in comparison, I'd say.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm not even sure if it stands because the Blue Comet was not, you know, it was a preservation era gimmick, whereas this was a named fast freight train, which is super unprecedented. Also, yeah, they were all named Lindbergh. This. Hi, I'm Lindbergh, and this is my brother Lindbergh, and my brother Lindbergh, and my brother Lindbergh.
No,
You
it was
IHR
the Lindbergh. I am the Lindbergh. This is my brother, the Lindbergh. This is my sister, the Lindbergh.
Yeah. No, I'm Spartacus.
This is not canon enforcement.
This is.
I am the Spartacus.
No, I am Alfarius.
Wait, it's all Lindbergh. Always has been.
No, I'm Dirty Dan.
All right, Kaiser, have you come up with one?
Yeah, I come up with one. I have 2 sand domes.
Yeah, you have more sand capacity than anybody else. Take that. Nobody else has 2 sand domes even. Normally it'd be like a question of like, oh, he has a lot of sand capacity, but somebody else might have a lot of sand capacity. This is like, no, it's just Kaiser has a lot of sand capacity. That's it. End of conversation. The Potlatch Lumber Company engine doesn't even have sand on its whatever. Never mind. That's a choice. That's a design choice. Okay, Bender.
I'm working on it.
All right, I can see one
Oh,
for you.
all right, so let's get a real model in.
Okay, yeah, if you have a mass-produced real life model of any kind or a live Steam model, get yourself a point.
Technically, the only two that would count would be myself and Horizon over there.
Is that the case? Do the models of the MK Special have the big stack?
They don't, but they didn't have the big stack as built. They were just,
Oh,
it's the Sweeney nozzle the UP applied later.
oh,
Wait,
okay.
are you sure? Actually, because no, the ones that we've made at Trains Forge do,
Yeah.
which are
I'm
the
like-
MK
Oh
specials.
God, of course you guys.
Excellent models, by
I'm
the way.
like, oh, they didn't make the models of the
Here's a
thing, and
picture.
Tyler is like, yes, we have
Hello there,
the super stack.
sweetie.
It's a glorious stack.
Sure. Okay, Brian.
Next style point.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Da, 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 da.
I've got to think about this for a second. Why did I back out of that?
All right.
What was the one that I was going to say?
I don't know, but you should figure it out.
Um,
Let's check on some things here.
white walls.
That's everybody.
Unless everybody has white
Does everyone
walls.
have white
Everybody
walls?
has white walls.
That's
Yes,
everybody.
even
Okay.
the 2537 didn't in service, but it does wear them now in preservation, and it looks quite fancy. I think if it was done up like that with the white walls, it would look
Call
like
another
this.
or just skip.
Tyler, ruling on the not wearing it in service, but wearing it in preservation.
For which locomotive in particular?
Big stack energy.
2537.
Okay, Sweeney.
Yes.
Yes.
Sweeney Todd.
The thing about that is, I'd assume as built it might.
It might have had them as built. I couldn't really find a picture of it as built.
All right, we'll call it a wash. We'll come back to you. Horizon.
Has the survivorship point already been called?
No, there's been the in service point, but if you want to say, "Oh, I survived," that's another step in itself.
Sure, we'll go with that. I survived.
All right, having more than 0 survivors, give yourself a point.
That's everybody but me.
That's unfortunate.
Very.
Hemlock.
Okay. Quick question before I call it, because it's relevant information.
Go on.
How many of Bender were built?
1.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to count the entire Baldwin class, maybe like 3. This is the only one ordered for Potlatch.
Okay. Most survivors. I have 2 survivors.
Most survivors. Okay. How many Sweeneys survive?
Just the one.
Just the one? That's unfortunate. Okay. How many 148s survive? Just the one?
No,
I think
because we have 148 and 113. They're the same class, aren't they?
113?
No.
No, I thought 113 was a different
No,
class.
113.
Are they
113
different class?
is 113. Here's the thing: 113 is identical. However, it's from an older version of essentially the same engine. It was an Elko Schenectady
it's not the
engine
same
built
class.
in 1911.
Okay.
All right.
They're
So,
visually
These
similar.
were a
Okay.
17 engine addition onto the original class of 39. They're identical, but they're newer.
all right.
No, they're
Hemlock.
not. There's
No?
a reason why, when offered in between 153 and 113, U.S. Sugar did not take 113 and is still continuing to pound the museum for 153 because they are different mechanically in certain components, which is why they have a different classification.
Okay.
All right. Well, then
Wait, pound museum for 150. Does 153 survive?
There's is it which one is that? Was it no? not
Florida
148.
East Coast 150. Wait a second.
So are there 2 of these then?
Hang on. 141 to 157. There are 2.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, then we tie for most survivors
Okay, so
and both
then
take a point, I guess.
Em and Brian get a point for most survivors. All right. So following that, Kaiser, do you have another one?
Okay, let me check. I have 2 air pumps.
You have 2 cross compounds or 2 singles?
Let me look.
2 cross compounds.
Are you saying that
Yep.
for you or for Kaiser?
Kaiser, he posted a
Oh, okay.
photo of his engine with 2 cross compounds, and
Okay.
I'm pretty sure all of us have 2 cross compounds.
They would have had to with the depth charge, you know.
Yeah, you would hope they have 2, or you're going to sit there for 3 hours airing it up. Does everyone have
Yeah,
2
I
cross
have 2
compounds
cross
confirmed?
I'm weird because I originally had 2 single two single air compressors, but now I have a single cross comp.
Oh, so then everyone would get a point except you.
I might also only have one as built because it's just lugging trains up and down an 8% grade.
I mean,
Well, I think you have two. One on
Well,
each side.
this picture
the
looks like
photos
you.
Yeah, that's
So-
right. That's right. I know that one of the one of the air compressors is at in Oregon or something,
It has left.
and the other one,
Wait, what are
Yeah.
you talking about, Hem? You only have one.
No, I have two.
yes, dude. You can just
Where's
see it
the
underneath the
second?
running board. I think it's on the
Okay,
inside.
you can. In service, they were mounted one on each side. So I think in service there might have
yeah.
been one, but I definitely have had two mounted there at some point.
Let's
I've
get
definitely
space
had
for
two mounted at some point in service and or in preservation.
I had to.
There are photos of it
I
with
see.
two.
I forgot the preservation photo. Now I see it.
Yeah.
To a later configuration.
We all have much hair.
Wait a second.
I see.
I just
Wait a
made
second.
Find mine of two.
Wait a
cross
minute.
They went over there.
Yeah,
2537 only has one.
it might.
I'm looking
Hang
at
on
the
about that.
photos. It only has one. There's no. There's not one on the other side.
All right, so we have
The other side, the other side. There's the power reverser and nothing else.
All right, the people with two cross compounds confirmed take a point. Okay,
Bye.
so that's good. Potlatch Lumber Company.
Hello. Oh no.
Looking at one for you.
Well, jeez. Well, you're looking at one, and
Well, you've got 8. If you folded, you get your obligatory Tyler assistance point.
true.
And
Is there more that I could shove out of this thing? That's the question.
that's the question to answer. Is this very
For future reference, wasn't Silver Smoke Box a style point?
No.
I don't know.
Not that I recall.
So many
Otherwise, like
things.
everybody
I-
would get one, wouldn't they?
I've never. I don't think we've ever
No.
done that as a style point because it's, it's a very common thing for an engine to have a gray smoke box.
You know what? I'm gonna go
I
for
said
it.
Silver Smoke Box, the
Go
shiny one.
They're the same thing.
The one thing Kaiser and I have a big ass front porch.
You do have
I
a lot
have-
of front porch. Kaiser has enough front porch to fit anti-submarine warfare equipment. Tyler, what
could
do you
fit a
think about a
smaller
front
depth
porch point?
I think there's safety on that front porch.
That's true. There's definitely a lot of
There's
room
a
there.
hell of a lot of handholds to go climb around this
Yeah.
locomotive.
Technically, I also have a porch.
Yeah, but you don't have enough porch for,
Yeah.
You don't have enough porch for a depth charge.
Exactly.
I
And-
could probably fit some more heads on this
I mean,
thing.
look at this thing. Actually, I think Potlatch Lumber Company is diametrically opposed to the Big Frisco Energy because Big Frisco Energy has a depth charge and Potlatch has torpedo tubes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Anyway,
Where's the torpedo tube?
They're on the top.
Look at
This
where
is
they-
the only
look at the air
locomotive
compressor.
mounted on the top.
anyway, yeah, take Kaiser and Bender take your porch points. I'm standing right there with you. I've been working on my porch quite a bit. So, does anybody remember the big hole in the floor in Apollo that was covered with the cone?
No one else is in the room.
And-
There's only one person
Yeah.
here who was on Apollo,
No one else
and I'm quietly singing "Room Where It Happened."
Yeah. So the hole's bigger. Anyway, Brian, do you have another point?
Yes, Modern Revenue Service.
That's fair.
Eh?
You do, in fact,
That's-
haul sugar.
That's fair,
Yes.
but also shut the hell up.
Revenue
What?
service.
I'm taking what I can get.
Yeah. And
But
yeah,
if you want to be technical about it, AT&N 401 was technically in service in the 50s and 60s.
Bruh,
It's
I
so-
was 2.
when
Yeah, he
you're-
was.
And
When
now
our
I'm
parents weren't
operating
alive-
today.
when our parents weren't alive, that isn't modern.
I think.
Or
I was operating into the 60s, and now I'm operating again on revenue stuff.
I think 24 also operated into the 60s. Maybe.
That's a different style point,
Yeah.
though, so let's not get
Yeah,
into
that's
the weeds
Yeah.
about it.
Speaking of
Okay.
which,
Operating today.
Horizon.
You said revenue service. Revenue passenger is such
Oh.
a thing.
Okay.
I mean revenue freight. You know what I mean, Tyler.
Well, you just said revenue for your point.
Because you
Anyway,
You're dick.
moving on. Power
Okay.
reverse.
Hold on. I think I might have a retroactive style point to claim. I think this is one of them. I think this is one of my decapods with the spark harvester.
Huh.
Uh-oh.
Nope, that's the Gainesville Midland.
Yeah,
And that's a Russian.
They were sold to the Gainesville Midland after.
That's a Russian though.
What's going on with the front
402
of that
is currently
cylinder there,
numbered
by the way?
203, and that one's 204, so presumably that would be.
That's a
403.
Russian, and I can tell because I know the difference between a Russian and a Baldwin.
Okay, yeah, true. It does have different domes.
Yeah, it is different.
I
Yeah.
actually know the difference between a Russian and a Baldwin.
Listen,
I'm
we
like,
all
you
know the
guys.
difference. We just don't care. That's why Ivan is Russian. Anyway,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
But
those, like
hold
those-
on, can I use this to argue that if this one got a spark arrestor, then the AT&N voice probably would have?
No.
Actually,
Hold
hold on. I might have found another reason for my paint point, because apparently 148 wasn't the only one to have a fancy tender logo, and this one's even
fancy
fancier.
tender logo, schmancy tender logo. Tyler, what do you think about the spark arrestor situation?
I think, well, assuming that everything went to the Gainesville Midlands, so that would be.
Oh wow! I just noticed about this picture. Look at all that lining and the logo on the cab.
That's
I
pretty cool.
guess a point for Gainesville
It's-
Midland.
Yeah, I think
Is
it's
it- if that's general operating procedure for them is to have a spark arrestor, then you could assume it would.
I feel like you
Is
could,
it also general operating procedure to have the front of the cylinder not on there?
That's more of you kind of want the cover on, but you can run it without. So if the shop crew is kind of lazy,
Hold
yeah,
on.
it goes out.
Hold on, you can't see the number on it.
looking
But
at
this
those
looks like my boy.
that. Yeah, that does look like your boy, and it does have
That does.
the most 3 men in a shed spark arrestor I think I've ever seen. That is
It's ramshackle,
That is-
but it's a spark arrestor.
three.
I'd
That's-
say that's the boy.
Yeah, that's 3 bits of metal and a piece of chicken wire over the top of the smokestack. But you know what? If it catches sparks, it catches sparks. Yeah, okay. You can take that retroactive point. Who were we on? I believe I was about to ask
Me.
Horizon for a point.
Yeah.
Yes, now that I've gotten my beauty sleep from this argument, power reverse.
Power reverse. All right.
Hell.
You
How-
do. You do.
Okay.
God, I hope you do. You as well.
What?
Does anybody not have it? I think everybody has it.
I don't know. Do you see it on this locomotive?
Yes.
Okay. I must be blind.
It's right in front of
I
me.
don't. I don't know how to tell if my locomotive has power reverse or not.
I know mine doesn't because it doesn't have the big tank and the linkages.
I don't know what
Yeah.
this looks like.
No, you do. My only question is
I-
Big Frisco Energy, and I really, really hope it would have it.
Wait, I do?
Everybody
But
does.
it was built in 1910.
No, I don't. There's no way I do.
I'm looking at
There's
the
a big
cylinder.
old air reservoir on one side, but that's not linked to a power reverse.
I'm looking at the power reverse cylinder.
I'm looking at it as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what a power reverse
It's actually a
looks like.
really
Send me a
small
picture.
power reverse cylinder. But
It's pretty noticeable though when you look at where the
Okay, I
firebox
guess I'll
is.
take the
Mm.
point.
Love this picture.
Oh, wait, so who's power reverse?
I think
Me.
everyone. So that's a wash.
Nobody takes a point.
Dang it.
That was a good attempt, though.
What to do now?
Hemlock?
So, for lack of another point, since we're talking about safety, can I get a point for safety first?
Oh, God. What? No.
This is the most. I love this.
No.
That's like a standard
Ellis-
thing on short lines.
But Ella, safety first.
No. Safety third.
You're already
Okay, I'm
four
looking up
places
pictures
first.
You can
of
tell
148
it's
and
safety
153. I'm looking up pictures of 148 and 153, and for some reason it gives me a picture of 425.
Okay.
Close enough.
So does that
Ellis.
make it a wash then?
No.
Ellis.
We're not doing that
If
one.
you-
Moving on. Kaiser.
If you look,
Okay. Let me look and see if I can pull the picture up.
Tyler, can you do some quick investigation and see if you can find out if Kaiser had a power reverse?
potentially, let's see here. This is Frisco 2001 class.
Yeah, because if he didn't, that means everyone else gets a point, which would change things when it's Bender's turn.
Oh no.
Let's see here. If I can find my picture.
Keep mousing over stuff that I don't want to mouse over and bring up Windows.
Pipes. I got tons of pipes. External
I mean, you
pipes.
do have a lot of pipes. Is that...
If that don't work, I have a 6-foot combustion chamber, which is a lot bigger than most.
Size does matter.
Raiders go, she was bigger than
I'm gonna go with... I'm looking at one of these things and it looks like the longest, most janky head and throttle I've ever seen, but I don't think you would have one of those.
No, that's going to be to the sand dumps.
Yeah. Do we give him a
Also,
point for the giant combustion chamber?
I guess, but then everybody else, guess what?
What?
This thing is Penzi power.
Oh no! Okay, so that means Kaiser gets a point for the giant combustion chamber, and everyone else gets a point for having power reverse.
Okay, wait, hold on.
A really high-res picture
I
of the
found
building.
another retroactive thing.
Oh wow,
Oh,
that is
God.
a very high res. Oh no, I don't see a power reverse.
What?
Wait, what is
What's
that?
that cylinder on beside the firebox then?
So, I found this, and apparently it's a model based on Gainesville Midland 203, aka 402. Which means technically I do have a trains model.
This looks like a Ben Neo kit bash.
It is.
Yeah, no.
Hey, you didn't specify, you just said trains model. You've taken Paul's trains, I don't think you get to have
have I
standards
though?
now.
You might have actually.
I may have, yeah, that's fair. But anyway, yeah, Tyler, what is that little cylinder next to the firebox?
I'm not exactly certain. I believe.
I know it's not
Seeing
pointing in
it
the
how
right
the-
direction to be a power reverse. But
Yeah, how that's rigged up is completely ridiculous. So it might just be.
Power
You know
in
what that
reverse?
might be?
What?
That might be a pump for one of the. Does that like a feed water or something?
Great shaker. It's a giant great shaker.
It could be. Yeah, it could be a great shaker. It's either that or it's something to do with the water line,
That would be really
which is.
that would be a very substantial great shaker.
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain, but it's either way. That's not a power reverse design I've ever seen before, so I'd assume it's not.
It's a great earthquake machine.
Because there is no way in hell that thing has enough mechanical advantage.
The
To run
Decapod is a
both.
great earthquake
Yeah, but
machine.
there's no way in hell that a dude also has it, but never mind. Anyway, Bender is automatically folded for reaching 10 points. So
Yay!
that means, Brian, you're up again.
Uh, 153 was the last locomotive to run on the whatchamacallit, the Key West extension before the hurricane wiped it out.
Have you been talking to
And if that doesn't count as a point, then I
He's
can
just
use
been
that to
trying to throw
segue
points
into
at him
survive
the
natural
whole time.
disasters.
Yeah, you know what? I'll get with Tyler. Which one of those do we want to give him?
Which
That's
point?
technically trying to claim 2.
Last on the
I mean,
Key West
that's-
or survived multiple
Well,
natural
in
disasters.
fairness, last on the Key West, I feel like those two things are very tightly coupled together. I wouldn't
Yeah,
ever.
we've given the point for natural disaster before.
Yeah,
We haven't given point for last on the Key West, which is kind of a big.
I'd like to argue
Iffy?
that the natural disaster point is stupid because, like, a natural disaster could have occurred basically across the U.S. For all you know, one of these things was around when a tornado hit.
I mean,
Like-
Yeah,
Like, the fact that it's in hurricane country doesn't really mean much because, like, what about the UP boy? Could have been around California when an earthquake struck.
I mean that's true.
We have
and if it's
earthquakes like every single day now.
if it's
So,
like-
yeah,
if it's
probably.
like, oh, it was running and the earthquake struck and it made it through. That's a survived a natural disaster port.
Okay,
and not
but
just
you
like
can't.
it was sitting there. Whereas 153, it's a very particular story of like it literally
That was
was
the
running away
worst
from a
hurricane.
hurricane, and then the railroad got demolished behind it by the aforementioned hurricane.
I think there's one train that was wrecked in that.
And in other
Might be
words,
wrong.
153 pulled a free guy.
It's,
That's the point.
Spoiler alert,
153
but
pulled
still.
the classic
Can't
movie.
believe
You're
someone
running
watched
and the
that
floor
movie.
is collapsing behind you.
The Prometheus school of running away from things. Yeah.
Except I mean,
Yes, thank you.
trains really don't have a choice. Yeah, take your stupid hurricane point. Horizon, do you want to talk about your fat stacks yet?
Can we
Sure,
we like
let's talk about my
mute
Sweeney.
East? Is this allowed?
Yes, East is doing things in streaming and recording chat.
I'm
He's
East has
aware.
basically been
Here's the
trying to
prob-
argue style points for the past 5 minutes.
I'm aware.
Here's the problem: most of them aren't even style points, and
No,
I'm
no,
only
they
taking the ones that are valid.
Yeah, he is just desperately
Anyway.
throwing out things like flags.
Yeah. Anyway,
Which-
yes, let's go with my Sweeney.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I still have no idea what that is, but take your point.
It's basically, you know what, like, you know, Kyle Chapel M4s, all that, where you modify the stack diameters and all that.
Nope.
It's a similar thing where it's increasing performance,
Okay.
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Did they go to
It's like the
Alco?
opposite of a Giesel.
Did they go to Alco and were like, hey, what is the girth on this smokestack?
This is something they designed in-house and then told Alco.
You can't be using
We
the
want
G word,
something.
Ellis.
All right,
Why is
John, we're
Alice
doing a
about
show. You need to
girth?
be muted if you're not part of it. I'm sorry. I appreciate the joke, though.
Oh, I'm not part of it?
No.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No, you're banned.
okay. Well, it was good to see you guys.
Yeah. I'll see you later. We'll be on the server, I'm sure.
Okay, see ya.
See ya. All
Who
right.
is that?
That was my cousin John.
Oh,
He's been around since
Yeah,
before
the-
the Iron Horseman was a thing. Anyway, so who was I just calling on? Probably Hemlock.
Oh,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
East is out here trying to claim that red cab plus red doors is a style point.
no,
Not
that
in
that
this
would have been
situation.
grouped in paint points, and because
Bro.
148 has that as well, but that was
Bro,
ruled out already. So
No,
please
that's
just
not
stop.
special. The
Eat-
red highlights are so common.
Someone drag him in here so we can tell him
No,
personally to
is he
stop.
not in here? Anyway,
No.
No.
Hemlock, your time's a ticking though.
I'd like to fold. I can't
You'd
see
like to
anything on this.
All right.
Yeah.
Can I give the point? Can I give a point, please?
Yeah, absolutely. He's folding, or they're folding. So, what?
Thank you.
Top feeds for your feed water. Not your feed water, but your injector check valves.
How would I know that, Tyler?
It's an external thing. Also, the Frisco gets it. I'm trying
Okay,
to
so that's a
think the-
point for Hem and a point for Kaiser.
Is
let
the
me
little
see if anything
extension
else
to
is-
the cab, is that a top feed?
No.
Or is that something else?
No,
No.
it's going to be.
What am I looking for top feed?
looks like 148 does have it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
No,
But
Tyler,
like,
stop
what does it
publishing
look
it.
like for future reference? I'm also
Um,
folded because 10
Don't
points.
tell him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what to look for 'cause that's my job. Haha.
Yeah, but I want to look for it in case I can
No.
pull the stat in the
No.
I'm
future.
sure you could Google
Denied.
it. I don't know. Kaiser.
Oh, good idea.
This one's kind of odd. I have internal steam pipes for my second set of cylinders.
Use.
That's
Hmm.
that's unusual.
I think that counts as thermal efficiency.
I mean, it does. Have you ever seen those? They actually have one at the New England Wireless and Steam Museum. Those stationary engines where the cylinder is mounted into the boiler, so that you don't lose thermal efficiency by piping it to the
Yeah.
cylinder. Those are neat. Anyway, yeah, Kaiser gets a point for thermal efficiency of a type that you can only have when you have lots of extra pipes, I guess. Anyway, Horizon.
Uh, yeah.
Oh, Kaiser's
I'll
folded.
take that. I'll take that fold. I'll take that fold point, I guess.
All right.
Hey, green boards.
Train boards. That is a good point.
Inboard.
All right, give yourself that point, Horizon. Nobody else seems to have those darn
Well-
dang train boards.
With Horizon folded and everyone else at 10, does that mean it's over?
That it is over. Tally your points into your total and see where we are.
Oh my god, I got my NASCAR number.
God damn it.
Wait a minute. Were you at 65? Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot about the judge's choice.
There you go. There's an even 80 for ATN 401.
Did I just pull an undefeated in the Losers Royale season?
I
Mm-hmm.
I've been here for 2, and I've won both of them, apparently.
I do believe you are 2-0. Anyway, that cinches it. Kaiser, I don't know what to say to you. I'm glad you went with Big Frisco Energy, but 401 definitely didn't flounder.
Well, I mean,
I shake the earth
I
like
think
Magic
it's
Bear.
exactly what him said. It's not the locomotive. It's the person who brought it.
I said
It
that.
is the locomotive also.
Yeah, it definitely is also the locomotive.
Why do I keep getting
Well,
I mean,
cold?
it's
I should have
the
known
resistance.
I should have known about this because it was specifically stated by Frisco that this locomotive was unsatisfactory for mainline use.
When you get back your second grade report card and it just says unsatisfactory because they don't use letter grades yet.
When you get an F on one worksheet and cry.
College.
I feel like the
There are
don't
two
matter.
things that this Royale has confirmed for me. Number one, I am still the king of second place. And number two, woohoo, I'm going to all Royale.
Don't.
Anyway,
I mean,
Yeah.
don't bully. I'm still salty about that. Midwest Royale.
the ATN 401 with 80 points is the victor. Then we have FEC 148 with 76 points. That's second place. Union Pacific, MK Special with 74 points in third place. Potlatch Lumber Company with 69 nice points in
Nice.
fourth place. And the Frisco 2001 class with 67 points in fifth place. But it doesn't matter because Big Frisco Energy will always prevail. So,
How does
I
I
roll
just
around on
noticed
10
too,
wheels and
I
shake
lost.
the earth like Mighty Bear.
I am a super loser because I lost in the losers bracket.
I'm gonna give you a gold star for that.
I was
Kaiser.
going to say
Kaiser.
locomotive. Nobody bring Frisco 2001
Can
ever.
Can I have
Man.
a gold star for King of the Losers?
King of Losers. Oh boy. So there we have it. And next week we will have the moment we've all been waiting for. The Royale of Royales of Royales. Starting with Pat or East in the Reading 113, Wooten Pacific. In the second position we'll have Dean in 4501. In the third position we will have Braden in the PRRK4, or also known as Hank, because that was from the Thomas and Friends Royale. In the fourth position, we have. Oh God! East
This
in
is
the
the German-
DRB 52.
Yeah.
And
Philip.
finally, in the 5th position, unfortunately not the triplex, that would have been Milky or Hem in the SPAC9. So,
Probably not. My first final exam is the next day.
ouch. Alright, so then
I was gonna say though, ATN 401 is getting destroyed. By the way, in the Royale of Royales of Royales because it can't stand up to anything and other than weight stats.
well,
Mhm.
we'll have to see what happens. I'm,
When will the losers bracket finale be?
this that's
There will not be one.
Yeah,
I had this argument with him, a very long one.
yeah, no,
Oh, come on.
there will be no losers bracket of losers. This was just determining the best of the worst from each season and the worst of the worst from each season. This season is going to be capstoned by the Royale of Royales of Royales, because if I added another episode to a season, Tyler would never speak to me again.
Tyler makes a big fuss, but if he really hated it that much, he wouldn't show up.
Did he just leave?
He just
You
straight
have
up
to say
leaves.
something.
Again, if he really hated it that much, he wouldn't show up, and he was here.
I think that's a method of protest.
Mhm.
Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. What? What's the
Number one. When are we going to have the next season?
We will figure that out sometime after next episode, but it's probably going to be, it's going to be next year.
Not until July. Give Tyler a good long break.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Tyler needs a good
No.
long break, and then we're going to need to set up the next season, which is the turning of a page, so to speak, because we'll be rolling with the new style point system, etc., into regular seasons where people are bringing engines that they chose instead of engines that failed previously or succeeded.
And secondly,
Why?
obligatory.
And thirdly, thank you, Steve and Wes, for the Loco Base. Without you, we could not do this show. Thank you,
Wait,
Tyler.
the video is still going?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Tyler, for suffering through all this, and thank you to all you guys who have soldiered through the losers bracket. And we'll see you next week. Bye. For real.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.